Hi YouTube, and this is JTrain997, and I'm back this time with my review of the Marvel Legends Ninjas vs. Super Spies pack, Hand Ninja and Dum Dum Dugan. Now, this is the variant pack. Of course, it would standardly come with a Red Ninja and Nick Fury. And I actually found this in my local Toys R Us, and I was aware that it was the variant. I wasn't aware that it was quite as rare as it was after checking on eBay. But of course, this actually is pretty hard to find, apparently. Now, I would actually really want the Red Hand Ninja more, but I did want Dum Dum Dugan more than Nick Fury. And of course, the Hand Ninja comes with 3 katanas, his nunchucks, and Dum Dum Dugan comes with his pistol in his holster up here, a machine gun, a knife, and a generic shield soldier head. Of course, get a look at that side art. And over here. Of course, very nice on the back of the packaging. Of course, up here you have a picture of Dum Dum Dugan and the Red Hand Ninja. So, down here it says, as Special Operations Director and head of internal security for S.H.I.E.L.D., Dum Dum Dugan has had to face every kind of threat imaginable, from giant monsters to cyborg supervillains. His job has never been as difficult as it is now. However, with an invasion of alien shapeshifters and an entire clan of ninjas dedicated to bringing S.H.I.E.L.D. down, luckily Dugan started life as a circus strongman and his strength has never failed him. The Hand may be world-class ninjas, but there isn't a ninja alive that can bring down this Yankee strongman. So, down here it says, name various, height 6 foot average, weight 205 pounds average, identity secret, alias various, affiliation the Hand. And under powers it says, fanatically devoted to the will of the Hand, skilled martial artists, and supreme fighters. Over here it says, name Timothy Aloysius Cadwalder Dugan, height unknown, weight unknown, powers, peak human strength, skilled investigator and spy, highly trained brawler, identity public, alias none, affiliation S.H.I.E.L.D. So, this looks like a very nice package. I'm glad to have both these guys. Let's pull them out. And here we have the White Hand Ninja out of packaging. Let's get a quick 360 of this guy. I have to say, after what I've learned to expect from Hasbro's Marvel Legends, this is a very nice surprise. Articulation is very smooth, the accessories fit well. So, pleasantly surprised from what I was expecting. Of course, he just have his nunchucks, which are attached by a rope here, just standard little things. And his fists are closed, which makes all the accessories stay in his hand better. Of course, as you can see there, let's pull his sword out of his hand. There's no real difference in the sword, except for, well, I was about to say some of them are a little bit smaller, but it appears that they're all about the same size. As you can see here, all of these swords are the same size. So, there's no real difference between them, but still nice that we got 3 of them. Let's see if I can put them in here like that. So, very nice. Of course, let's go on to detail. Of course, he's got the glazed out hand eyes. Some very nice detail down the robe. Of course, even the weapons have some very nice detail on them. Of course, let's get a front and back of this guy. As you can see, once again, I much would have rather had the Red Hand Ninja for no other reason than I'd like to build a little hand army now that Daredevil's leading them, but oh well, you take what you can get. So, let's pull his swords out of his hands. His articulation is, he's got a ball joint shoulder, which allows for some pretty free movement. Rotates, double joint at the elbow, and spins at the wrist, but no articulation within the hand. Of course, looks like he has a torso joint, but with this plastic vest, it's really hindered. Of course, head rotates, but a very, very slight up and down. Legs are pretty hindered by the way his cloak or robe is coming down. So that's unfortunate, but not to say that a lot of the poses are impossible to get to, just a little difficult. Of course, double jointed at the knee, ankle joint, although it's pretty stiff. So overall, a very impressive figure. Once again, pleasantly surprised. Wasn't expecting much from this little, army builder, but this is a very pleasantly surprising figure. I do like him. Is it enough for me to go out and pick up a Red Hand Ninja? If it's not astronomical on eBay, yes, I'll be picking up a few Red Hand Ninjas. So with that being said, let's move on to Dum Dum Dugan. And here we have Dum Dum Dugan out of packaging. Of course, I have him holding his machine gun, which, as you can see, I'm a little disappointed by scale. That appears to be a little small for him. Not to mention the fact that it is pretty loose in his hand. Where you can see there's actually some paint detail on there on the clip. But of course, he's got the standard wrist joint to help him hold it, but it doesn't work all that well. Of course, I mean, what I mean by that is his fingers kind of close in to help him grasp. And you got the wrist joint on top of that. Rotates at the glove. Double jointed at the elbow. Rotates up here. Ball joint, although very, very stiff. He does have an abdomen joint, but with the various straps and holsters, it's a very slight movement. Very free moving on the head, however. Of course, same for both arms. Just as stiff at the ball joint, though. Actually, about as stiff, but a little more free moving. Torso joint. Of course, down here, ball socket at the legs. Rotates, double jointed at the knee. Foot joint and toe joint. Also spins. So some very impressive articulation. That being said, let's pull his pistol out of holster here. Of course, it is a functioning holster. Let's pull that out and get him in his hand. Maybe it'll fit a little bit better than the machine gun. Yeah, it fits quite a bit better than the machine gun, it would appear. If I can get his finger joint closed. Of course, and his knife, which is also in a working holster. Let's get that in his hand here. Knife looks a little awkward in his hand, as you can tell, but the pistol looks nice. So that being said, let's get it posed and get a quick look at that detail. Of course, some very nice detail on the head sculpt, all down the uniform, especially with the shield logo. Oops, camera's out of focus. Let's get the glare off there. It's not going to pick up incredibly well, but you can see the shield logo, and actually the entire shield, what shield stands for, is written around the logo, which is very nice. Even though it's very tiny text, it is there. Which brings us to over here, where his logo is covered up by this kind of armband, which the armband can slide right off, as you can see there. But I was kind of wondering why they would cover it up in the first place. Of course, all the gear looks like if you tried hard enough, it would be removable. So, Dum Dum Dugan is a very nice figure. Speaking of the devil, let's swap his head out here. Oops, his knife fell out of his hand. Of course, your generic shield agent head with his goggles and the whole 9 yards. Get that on there. Ah, apparently the helmet is removable. I did not know that. And there we go. So, get a quick shot of him without his helmet. And popping the helmet back on. Getting him standing really quick. So that's very nice. A lot of different little things you can do to make him look a little bit different. So if you bought multiple figures of these, it would look like a very nice shield army. So articulation was fine. I was a little disappointed by the machine gun accessory. I would rather just had them reissue a previously released machine gun with, although I do believe this one was previously released, at least one that would fit better with this particular figure. I do like the head sculpts, however, especially the fact that his helmet comes off. That being said, let's go to a final verdict on this pack. And here we have the Hand Ninja and Dum Dum Dugan. I want a quick side note, because I know I'll get comments. I do realize this is an assault rifle, but I grew up as a kid calling these machine guns, and even though I'm an avid firearms enthusiast now, they just stay machine guns in my mind, so it's not that I'm ignorant of that fact, it's just, something I do. So, if you can't notice already, I did replace Dum Dum Dugan's tiny assault rifle, or machine gun, with a bigger machine gun, or, of course, it comes from the Punisher's gun. It's the Punisher's gun from the Holocaust line. A little more fitting for a shield agent, I think. So, this pack will run you $20 at your local Toys R Us if you can find it. The thing is, I picked this up just kind of casually. Was like, hey, I don't have a figure of these two. I haven't found the pack in stores yet. Picked it up and I looked on eBay, and the cheapest you're going to find this on eBay is $50 in the box. If you want to go for out of package. The white hand ninja is going to cost you about 20 plus shipping. I didn't see any Dum Dum Dugans for sale on eBay at the time by themselves. I saw plenty in the pack for $50. So this pack is quite expensive. Now the red hand ninja and Nick Fury, they look like they go for about 30. I was incredibly surprised by the hand ninja, and I like Dum Dum Dugan as well. This is definitely a step in the right direction for Hasbro. Unfortunately, they seem to be more focused on smaller figures now, with the exception of a few 2-packs coming out this year. So if you can find them, I would definitely pick them up. $20 is a steal for these guys. $50, they're not bad figures, but $50 is a lot to pay for any pack. So that really comes down to your personal decision. Personally, I do recommend them. I enjoy both the figures, and this is JTrain997 saying I'll see you soon, YouTube.